Hello there, St. John's. This is an unusual time to do the word of the day, but was called for a little bit of duty this afternoon. Just got off. But today's word of the day is vow. Vow. How important are vows that we make in our life? A recent book that I've been reading is by Pastor Rob Fuquay from St. Luke's United Methodist Church in Indianapolis, Indiana. It's called Passion Play. And in the book, he writes about the famous Passion Play in a German alpine town in Bavaria called Oberammergau. And he talks about how in 1632, a instance of bubonic plague broke out in around Europe. The people of Oberammergau were not spared. 84 people in this town died from the plague. But they got down on their knees and they prayed. And some of the town elders made a vow. And in that vow, they made a promise to God that they would put on a passion play for the glory of God. And they've been putting on that passion play ever since then, in 1634. And the town has prospered based on that vow. Vows that I've made in my life that have defined me, of course, are my wedding vows. Alessia and I got married 8 years ago today, so it's a special day celebrating our anniversary. Another vow that's important to me is my ordination vow. I was ordained in 2018 at the annual conference, and this is a vow that also defines my life. A vow that defines my life that wasn't even made by me is the baptismal vows that my parents made on my behalf to raise me in the Christian faith. So what are the vows that are important in your life? In Scripture, it tells us about vows that the patriarchs made in Genesis. One such patriarch was Jacob, who was on his way back to his ancestral homeland in Tehran. And he was going to work for Laban. He was fleeing from his brother Esau, whose birthright vow that he had stolen by cunning and with the help of his mother Rebekah. So Jacob was in a bit of distress. This land was promised as in a covenant by Abraham to his grandfather Abraham. But he was fleeing from this land. So what was to be made of God's promise and vow? Well, God always keeps his promise to protect us. And so Jacob made a vow before God that said if God would continue to protect him and watch over him, he would sanctify this place where he had stopped, called Bethel. And indeed, Bethel became one of the places where the tabernacle and the Ark of the Covenant would reside among the 12 tribes of Israel. So vows are more important than we realize. Consider the vows that you've made in your life, how important they are, how much they define your life, and be grateful to God for them. Have a blessed evening and take care.